Alright, we'll be checking out apparently Counter-Strike 2 releasing, so let's go.
The time is upon us. Counter-Strike 2 is real, and it's coming. We finally now have videos that show off the new engine, the new graphics, and the new smokes. And my friends, Italy is back, baby. Nothing will ever be the same. I never thought I'd really be able to say this, but let's talk about Counter-Strike 2. Over the last 3 weeks, the Source 2 hysteria has reached an all-time high. I'm serious, people were losing their fucking minds, and I think it honestly should be studied one day. But with more credible leaks, substantial data mining, and a ton of trolling from the official CSGO account than ever before, it felt like something was coming. We didn't know when, we didn't know what, but we knew something had to work. And as of yet, well, we finally have a lot more information.
Okay.
Alright, everyone slow down and take a deep breath. We have a lot to go over. So, what the hell is Counter? The developers have described it as both a complete overhaul and
Graphics
upgrade to everything in
okay.
CSGO. From graphic, gameplay mechanics. This is not just a face. So no, it's going to be free to play, just like CSGO is, and will be dropping sometime this summer. For the time being, CSGO and Counter-Strike 2 will remain two separate games. But there's no confirmation on whether or not CS2 will eventually take CSGO completely. What has been confirmed is that the majority of your CSGO account will carry over to the new game, meaning all of your lovely skins will be safe and graphically up. However, this also means that not only VAC bans will carry over, but matchmaking cooldowns as well. Everyone better be on their best behavior if they want to play this shit anytime soon. But I'm a good boy with shitty skins, so I don't really care. What I do care about is what the the game's actually going to look. And well, on top of Valve dropping the announcement, they also released videos showcasing some of the biggest coming to the game. Well, let's start with the maps, which can be split into 3 categories. Some maps like Mirage and Dust have been graphically overhauled but mostly untouched. Others like Nuke have been upgraded to feature the new dynamic lighting system. And finally, older maps like Overpass and, more importantly, Italy have been completely redone. But I'd argue that the biggest standout from these videos is just how different the lighting looks now. Visibility seems to be improved tenfold. Thank you, Valve. There are now reflections on the goddamn floor, and just look at that fucking water. But that being said, the game does look a hell of a lot different now, and it's going to be interesting to see who likes their style. Now, in another video, Valve explains their new approach to server tick rate. Instead of having 60 or 128 tick servers, Counter-Strike have sub-tick updates, meaning that your inputs can now be registered in between ticks rather than just at each tick. Did they explain how they do this? Absolutely not. But on paper, this change would be revolutionary to the game. Hypothetically, if this new system works as intended, we'll be getting a much smoother, more reactive experience where we can trust that we are getting a fair outcome in our firefights. Now, CSGO also released a video, one that is likely the most controversial update to CS2. The smoke grenades.
Awesome. That's like, this is like some Valorant shit right here. That's dope.
In CSGO, you throw a smoke, it bounces a bit, it plumes, and then sits there for 18 seconds. Now smokes are much more dynamic, so not only do they mutate to the environment and can clipping through objects, they can be shot through and dissipated for a period of time with grenades. For non-Counter-Strike fans, having an entire video dedicated to how the smoke grenades work seems a bit odd. But smokes are such an integral part of Counter-Strike, and a change like this is going to completely alter how the game is played.
Go in front of the smoke, go in front of the smoke. I need it.
Oh my
Damn.
Next to those 3 massive changes, Valve has also shown off some of the other updates that are coming to Counter-Strike 2. Visual effects like blood and utility have been upgraded to be much more dynamic. The UI has gotten an overhaul, as well as including this neat little deck of cards thingy for kill counters. Don't say Valve never stole anything from Valorant. And finally, the audio has been reworked to be more balanced and, quote, better reflect the physical environment, be more distinct, and express more game state. Alright, this is where we get to the all-important question. How and when do we get to play? Well, Valve has explained that Counter-Strike 2 is in its limited test, meaning that certain players will get access at different times leading up to its full release. That being said, some lucky community members were invited to play this thing before its actual announcement.
It was me, Get Right, Forrest, Machine, Harry, Hugo, Sponge, Moses, and then 2 people that play matchmaking.
But in regards to actual access to this list, Valve had this to say, based on a number of deemed important for Shrek 2 development team, including, but not new, recent playtime on Valve official servers, trust factor, and Steam account standing. I bet you feel stupid now having flamed all those people in your Silver 2 lobbies. As for what's actually available in the limited test, it's currently just deathmatch and unranked competitive on Dust, but Valorant content will be tested. This recent news to see, and the gaming community has lost minds, mostly trying to the beta itself. Seriously, I've been opening and closing the client every goddamn 5 minutes waiting for a fucking invite. I don't think it's coming. Now, regardless of my pain, a ton of pros and content creators have gotten access to the limited test and have been weighing in with their initial thoughts on how the game actually feels. Now, obviously, you won't be able to come to your own conclusions until you actually try it, but for the time being, those who have tried it seem to be pretty goddamn excited.
If you throw a HE into it, you can clear the smoke temporarily with a nade, and you can shoot bullets.
Like, you actually advise it?
Yeah, I swear to God.
I don't believe
I can show you, man. What do you mean, man? We're not trolling ya.
I mean, maybe
Look,
those
it's
kind
going
of
through this
games. Yeah.
When you shoot this hole.
CSGO came out like 11 years ago, and it defined an entire generation of gamers. And just like its predecessors, its gaming industry is hard to qualify. And that's why it's just so crank that it's actually kind of coming to an end in a way. But I couldn't be more excited for the future. Because this isn't just the next evolution of Counter. This is an entirely new chapter for shooters, gaming altogether. So I'm launching the client. Can we do it, please? Gaben. Mr. Gaben.
Bruh.
Mr. Gaben? Nope. One more time. One more time. Why not? One more time. Surely 10 seconds later.